So welcome back, children. Today the chapter which I am going to teach you is some applications of trigonometry. Now all of us, we know what is trigonometry. Trigonometry basically deals with three sides: perpendicular, hypotenuse and the base. See, for example, the essence of trigonometry is this particular application. If you need a job in Survey of India, or if you need a job in some other place where the survey is being done, the mathematical tool which will be required is trigonometry. It has been also told the first person who actually measured the height of Mount Everest, some Mr. Siddharth, has used the knowledge of trigonometry to measure the height of Mount Everest, correct, up to 3 places of decimal. So trigonometry's application basically of this particular chapter is very good. Now let me just roughly brush you up with what is the basic essence of trigonometry, which we are going to touch. See, whenever we talk of trigonometry, it basically deals with the right angle triangle. In the right angle triangle, the side which will be opposite to that of 90 degree, this 90 degree, opposite to 90 degree will be the hypotenuse. And if you consider the angle as this, then the opposite angle will be your perpendicular. And whichever is the left over, that will be your base. If I consider this angle, then this becomes a perpendicular and this will become the base. So what you should remember, these three things are clear, everything else will be useful. Now, also we need to know about the angle. So angle in this case is theta. Normally we take theta as any angle, theta or sometimes phi. We'll come to that if it is as and when required. But the next particular part of this particular triangle or this particular trigonometry are the ratios. I'm sure all of you by now, if you are sure with the ratios. If you are not sure, then there is a problem. There are 6 ratios which you have to know: sine, cos, tan, cosec, sec, cot. These are 6 ratios which we are going to deal with. But for trigonometry, basically, we will not use any other ratios. For me, I just need the 3 ratios here: the sine theta, the cos theta and the tan theta. And I'm sure you know how to find out what is the sine theta, tan theta and cos theta. See, I'm sure right from the childhood we know these. Some people have curly brown hair turns permanently black. Now what is the logic for this? S stands for sine, C stands for cos, T stands for tan. P for perpendicular, H for hypotenuse. So B for base, H for hypotenuse. P for perpendicular, this B for base. So S perpendicular by hypotenuse. Cos base by hypotenuse. Tan perpendicular by base. So these are 3 ratios which we'll be using to do any kind of trigonometric sums. So let's take, instead of basic, let's take a simple sum which has been I've taken over here, and let's try to solve it. In this particular question, a tower is there. So how a tower? This is what is a tower looks like. So there's a tower is there. This looks a little crooked. Let me make it straight. Okay. So there's a tower. So name the tower is A, B, and C. And the height of the tower is given to you. How much? 100 root 3 meters. You have to find the angle of elevation of its top. Means angle you have from a point which is 100 meter away. So let this C be a point which is going to be 100 meter away. So basically we are going to find out the angle of elevation. So let the angle of elevation be theta. So let us write the solution. Let theta be the angle of elevation. What are the other things which has been given to you? Given height of tower AB, and that is equals to how much? 100 root 3 meter. The base of triangle, or let's say, yeah, we can say the base of triangle. BC is 100, and that's going to be your 100 meter. Because C is a point which is 100 meter away. Now look at the triangle. There is a 90 degree. So automatically we know the opposite of it is hypotenuse. I told you last time the angle is theta. There is this which is the angle we have to consider. So opposite to it is perpendicular, and automatically this is base. So what we know? We know two ratios. One is perpendicular, one is base. I told you the formulas just now. Sin theta was perpendicular by hypotenuse. Some people have cos theta is base by hypotenuse, and tan is perpendicular by base. Tan theta. So that means if we are talking of perpendicular and base, we are going to talk about tan theta. So in this particular question, the value which we'll be using tan theta. So for that, we'll write in triangle ABC, let us use tan of theta will be perpendicular by base. So perpendicular is AB and base is BC. Once again, remember this, perpendicular by base. So what is the tan theta value? The theta we have to find. What is AB? It's given as 100 root 3. Now what is the base? Base is given as 100. Let's cancel it off. So what do we get for tan theta? Tan theta we are going to get it as root 3. So what is the value of tan theta? If you know reference value of tan theta, tan root 3, tan 60 degree. That is the value of root 3. Tan 30 is 1 by root 3. So tan 60, we know that. So tan and tan gets cancelled. So the angle which comes out equals to 60 degree. So which is the angle of elevation here? Angle of elevation is 60 degrees. So that is our answer. Thank you.